Yeah, I'm in the front row, got my 2 tickets on me, I'm in the front row. It's the best place to be, I'm in the front row. Best place to be, yeah. If you wanna find me, yo, I'm in the front row. Got my 2 tickets on me, I'm in the front row. It's the best place to be, I'm in the front row. Best place to be, yeah. So what's colder than ice and even hotter than a flame? I be in the front row, chilling at a ball game. Yeah, you know what they say, when you're having fun, time flies. Catch me courtside, chilling with the inside. Scoop, come on, tell me how you want it. Catch me on the court, it's the best view in sports. Whether you're Lakers or Arizona Wildcats, whether you're Dodgers, Kings or Galaxy fan, in the front rows, got everything that you need. From news.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Talk Your Shit, T-Mac, and this is Talk Your Shit. We're in the front row, and we got Aaliyah in the building, man. Talk your shit, Aaliyah. Introduce yourself to the people, man.
Okay, well, my name is Aaliyah. I run track and field at Loris now. I transferred from UD. That's really it, bruh.
So let's get into it. Hot or cold?
Hot.
Late nights or early mornings?
Late nights.
Little Baby or Lil Durk?
Lil Durk.
Okay. Madden or 2K?
2K.
Who's your favorite artist of all time?
Eminem.
Eminem? Unexpected.
Yep.
Hey, WW the try. Hey,
I'm just saying, niggas go, bro.
Hey, that's unexpected. I respect it though. I respect it.
Go.
Let's get it. Let's get into it. So, man, let the people understand that this woman right here has a story to tell, y'all. She didn't overcome so much, and Talk Your Shit family is so proud of you. The in the front row family so proud of you, man. You doing your thing out here, and I'm so proud of you. So let the people know your story from start to finish. Start from the surgery to the accolades, to you making the nationals, to all that, the triumphs, the mental to get there, the things you went through. Talk to us. Let us know.
So it started right after my senior year got canceled in high school. I left high school. I was actually committed D1 at Kent State University. And then I decommitted because I found out that my scoliosis was getting worse. Scoliosis is a curvature of the spine, and doctors don't really know how it happens. So it's odd. I ended up having a 55-degree curve, and I needed surgery. I spent my first year at UD trying out for track, seeing how I liked it. And I ended up telling the track coach, I'm like, hey, I have to go have surgery. And we were really bummed about it because I was looking good so far, but I wasn't where I wanted to be. So I left. I had the surgery. Took me about 9 months to recover. I was moving along really fast, though. I started working fast. My sport I actually went back to playing first was basketball. So after I started playing basketball, I texted the coach. I'm like, hey, you know what? I actually want to come back. So I came back my sophomore year to UD, real quiet still, like not knowing what I was about to do. I started with my indoor season with Battle of the Bluff. I started with practices. Practice was a little challenging. I was a little bit scared to hit the high jump mat at first because of my back. I didn't know. My surgeon had told me, he was like, you're probably never going to be able to high jump again. I'm like, I got to see how my process is going to be. So mentally, I was there at first. I felt like I was getting at it. I felt like I was doing my thing. We came to the first meet. I was actually entered in 9 events. The pentathlon has 5 events alone. Then I was in high jump, triple jump. We ended up winning the Battle of the Bluff, where we found out I had some talent, and we took it from there. We got to a couple of meets where it was a little challenging again. It was like mentally, I was telling him like, I'm in 9 events every week. I'm a little physically and mentally exhausted, but I kept pushing through my team because, we was up there, Loris and Wartburg, still whooping our ass, but, we stayed in the mix with them. I had the boys by my side. I had people to run with, and the girls were there for me through my hard times. When I finally hit the high jump mat, I came in, starting height was 5 feet this last meet at Soul Butler meet. And for months, I was trying to clear at least 5'5", 5'6". I ended up breaking the school record for 5'7". I broke the pentathlon record, and then I re-broke the pentathlon record. And then I had 7 top 10 marks. I was also, I had 2 field performers of the week, and that high jump mark actually put me 6th in the nation for high jump. So I was really excited. I watched other girls. I'm like, dang, it's kind of interesting being at nationals, but it kind of hurts seeing how they're able to be more flexible than me. And I have to work 2 times harder just to be where they are. Mind you, doing many events, struggling. Coaching was great, but it wasn't enough coaching for me. For me, running back to hurdles from high jump to long jump to the 400, I did not have enough coaching in the mix. And I needed to get in the weight room. I hate the weight room, but I was there. So we drove to North Carolina. We flew to North Carolina. We got there, super excited. I was watching my teammates. I'm always the number one cheerer on the team. Mentally, at that point, I don't think I was doing so good because it was just a lot going on. And then people weren't understanding my situation of working as hard as I could just to be where they were. So I got to nationals and it was my turn. It was my turn to shine. I did awful. I went from 6th place to 16th place. I moved my mark and I cleared the first height. I couldn't clear any other height. I had qualified for the pentathlon as well, but I had told my coach, I'm like, if I'm 6th in the nation for high jump, I'd rather go for high jump if I have a chance of being All-American. And, it was a process with him. He moved the mark back. I was like, at the end of the day, I don't fault you. I'm actually glad I got my ass whooped at nationals because I was going on a streak of winning all the time, which that sounds weird. And coming from high school where every time you won, you got a medal, from going to college where it's like, dang, why do you still do track? Like, there's no medal in it. What is it for? Track, mentally, it helps you. Physically, it helps you. It puts you in a place where you can be happy. I brought all that with me at nationals. And then after that, I broke down and I told him, I was like, I think it's better if I transfer. So I got to the transfer portal. I ended up getting 32 offers from D1, D2, D3. I had some JUCO offers. And I actually declined them for one reason. I wanted to stay in Iowa with all my friends. And I felt like I had better connections in Iowa to be something. My first email was actually from Coach Jones at Loris. And if anyone knows, Loris is a big rival for UD.
Smart man.
Right? So I took him upon offer. I went to visit. I had already knew most of the people on the team. So now, I use their track most of the time. I'm about to use their weight room a lot. I'm about to get in that with them. And I'm telling you, I'm bringing it back another national title. And I'm going to throw it in UD's face.
Hey, talk your shit, man. Hey, it's still Laura ass though. I'm just gonna let you know right now.
Look, y'all still my football team.
It's still go Spartans, just to let you know over here though. Hey,
I'm gonna be at the football meet.
I just gotta talk my shit. You already know what it is, but yeah, you go ahead and finish though. For sure.
Nah, it's a lot to it. Like, people don't know how much I struggled on that team, and I brought the face. I brought the attitude. When I didn't have the attitude, I still brought the attitude. And I feel like that comes with a lot of sports, like especially track, where it's more individual until you're like in a relay, you're on your own. And when people run, I can tell you now, all they gonna hear is me. I'm there cheering. And I felt it's mutual in some places, but and then a lot, I wanted more failure and I wanted more competition because I felt like that was going to help me. But I kept myself humble the whole time because there was girls like D3 is good and I wanted to go D1. But at the end of the day, I told a lot of people, I'm like, I'm never gonna I'm gonna be cocky, but I'm not gonna be cocky because there's still D1 motherfuckers that's gonna whoop my ass. Like, I'm getting to that point though. Like, if I'm gonna get in the weight room, I'm gonna do my shit. Like, I'm there now. I gotta show y'all who Aaliyah is now.
Hey, talk your shit. I love to hear it. So my question for you is, you talked about just mental and just not liking the weight room and getting back in the weight room. So, like, what's gonna keep you motivated to stay in the weight room? Because it's guys that don't even like the weight room. I'm not even gonna sit here in front. It's dudes that don't even like the weight room. I was a guy that wasn't in the weight room. You feel what I'm saying? You see me like a year ago, and you see me now. You gonna see me now when I come back to school. You'll be like, "Whoa, who's this kid?" Like, I'm telling you. So, what's your motivation to stay in this weight room and just get this work?
Well, so I hated the weight room since I was in high school. And I think it's big for me now to understand that, like, Aaliyah, my back don't bend like that no more. So for me to jump 5'7", it came from legs. And if I lift, I'm pretty sure I can be a 6-foot jumper. The motivation really comes from friends a lot. It comes from going to another school who knows what they're doing and wants to win. They have the drive. So I feel like that dedication is actually going to push me to want it as much as them and force me to get in that weight room and understand that I got some responsibilities to handle.
W response. My next question for you is, you talked about just persevering and you talked about mindset and just focus. Does this transition from UD to lawyers, does this challenge you, your mindset, your focus? Does this challenge like everything you got going on right now?
I don't think so, because I've always had a great mindset since high school, really. Since elementary school. A lot of people don't know about me is I played 8 sports growing up, and every sport I played, I had the drive, I had the dedication, I had the teamwork. I learned from each one of those sports, from soccer, from passing the ball, from basketball, dribbling down the court, played football, from throwing the ball, catching it, getting tackled, all of that I learned, and I took each part of each sport and I put it in some type of direction. And with track, I quit all my sports for track because I knew it was my strongest one. And taking that from UD to Loris, I feel like I'm going to have an even stronger mindset now, knowing that I've left this school and now I have something to prove. Can't go to a school that's doing their stuff and then now I'm like dragging down. I got to keep it up. I got to do even better than what I'm doing. I got to prove to them that y'all was there and it was like a coat, but now I'm ready for the paint.
To follow up that last question, what does failure do for you?
What'd you say?
What does failure do for you?
What?
What does failure do for you? Like, what does failure do for you? What is failure like? Going through adversity, has failure done for you?
That's a good question. I've never been asked that. What does failure mean? Failure, honestly, is my best friend. The only reason I say that because a lot of people hate to fail and they don't understand that failing makes you better. And what I mean by that is like, for instance, when I went to nationals and I went from six, when I went from, okay, I can do this, like, I got this, I'm working hard, like, and I came almost in last, like, that made me like, okay, I'm down in the moment, but now it's just time for me to work harder. It's time for me to get on top of it. It's time for me to show them, like, okay, it's my little freshman year of track, but now when I come back my sophomore year, I've learned. I didn't fail. I'm not gonna fail again. Even if I fail again, you can fail as many times as you want. As long as that failure is slowly improving, you're good, honestly. But failure is a lot of people need to learn that failure is okay sometimes. Like in instance, school, in work, in track, in anything you do, you need to fail sometime. You can't be perfect. We human.
Hey, I like that. I like that answer. So, any advice for that freshman track star that's finna come in the building and experience this D3, D2, D1 lifestyle? What advice you got for them?
My biggest advice would be stay on top of your work and stay on top of your sports, because it get hard sometimes where if you lack in one, then you start lacking in the other. Also, I would advise like keep your friendships up. If you got them toxic people in your life, you find I have probably like 7 good friends that I call my brothers and sisters, and I can call them for anything. Get you some people like that. That way, when you got them friends coming in that's just gonna drag you down and take you away from your main focus, you can be like, all right, I don't even need you no more. And what's it for? That's it. That's all. That's what I learned.
Look at that Leah, man. So inspirational. Look at that right there. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. But any people you want to shout out, any people you want to, you feel me, put on this platform, let them know you watching, let them know that you think about it.
I'm gonna shout out JoJo Frost, Rayshawn Spires, and Gianna Borazelli.
That's a cold little last name. That's a cold little last name. Say that one more time.
Hey, I don't even know if that's how you say Borazelli. I call her Chef Borazelli.
Hey, if it's not, you say the wrong style. Look.
Hey,
if it's not, you say the wrong style.
Hey, so also look, shout out to JT.
My last question.
JT Hawkins. That nigga's cold as fuck at high jump, but he done went through some stuff like me. So all my niggas gotta keep rocking.
Hey, JT.
Hey,
JT. Hey, shout out to you. Hey, DM me. Hey, JT, DM me if you want to be on the show. Hey, hit that DM. You know what I'm talking about? We get you on here next, man. Don't even check.
But JT,
hey, shout out. You just got shout out by Aaliyah. Look, plugged in. Well, that wrap up the show right there, man. How you feeling about it? Hey, it was good having you on the show, man. It's great, positive energy, man. I love your energy. I wish you the best. I wish you so much. I know you finna go to nationals again. You finna see her All-American. Finna see her winning more medals, more life, happy, living her best life. You got so much. Your future shining bright. You're gonna do so many beautiful things, man. I already know you're gonna do so much things. Like your future is bright. There's so much. You got so much in store. Don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about none of that stuff. You got it. You got it. You got it. Yeah. So anything else you want to say to wrap it up the show?
That's really it. But make sure y'all watch because this shit a hit.
Yeah. Let's talk your shit. This is T-Mac. We had Aaliyah in the building, special guest, the first female on Tokyo. Let's get it. Let's go, man.